please.
It's now live.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters guests and friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you can hear me, I need your voice to echo in response. Good morning.
Good morning.
We can hear you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I want a resounding good morning with energy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, fellow
Good
Toastmasters
morning.
and guests. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning, my
Good
neighbors.
morning.
Don't give
Good
such
morning.
response. If you have watched Coming Back to America, please don't do that. So it's nice having you around for this great, wonderful meeting, and you can mute, but a little bit house cleaning before we move further. I would like to, if it is very important that you have your phone to ring, you may likely put it on silence. Then if you're not speaking, kindly mute, and so that we don't get distracted along the line. So we just crave your indulgence to do these two things. If it's necessary for you to pick your call, you can block your video while you're doing that so that we don't get distracted for this online meeting. It's nice having you guys around this morning, and it's a pleasure for me to be your sergeant at times to start this meeting. So in a couple of some few minutes, I'll be sharing the screen for us to recite the Toastmasters promise. The Toastmaster promise is a creed that we all agree and adhere to. And if you're a guest for now, you may be spared not to recite, but at your own will, if you feel like joining us ahead of time, you may decide to recite the creed. So at the count of 1, 2, I would like us all to chorus the creed as we go on. 1, 2. A Toastmasters promise. As a member of Toastmasters International and my club, I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain the positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and guests with respect and courtesy, to bring guests to club meetings so they can see the benefit of Toastmasters membership offers, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters educational and recognition programs, to act within the Toastmasters core value of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. In the Nigerian parlance and in other environments, you say the word, "So help me God," because this is an huge tax. Thank you very much once again. And it's my pleasure to still be your sergeant at arms, to be the protocol officer, and to be the bodyguard for the Madam President I'm about to call. You know, other person I would like to introduce to you, my friend, and someone that we have a common denominator together. There is a word Olarinwaju that calls across board. Her name is Ayo Olarinwaju. I am Olarinwaju Lawal. So there is a common denominator. I'm the Lighthouse president, and she's the Lighthouse Prestige president. So we have something in common, aka Bobby Brown. So Ayotola Olarinwaju is the Lighthouse Toastmaster president, joined Toastmasters in 2015 and has won several awards. She is a fashionpreneur and she loves dressmaking. And regarding mirror talking, same as part of her hobby. Welcome to the virtual lieutenant, Madam President. Over to you. Take it over.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for the introduction. I would like to, oops, am I still being seen on the screen? Okay. Yeah, I would like to please ask you to help me do one more thing. I need to be made host so I can share my screen when I'm timing.
You can share now.
I can do that now. Thank you very much. Okay, so good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. What am I doing?
Good morning.
Okay, so welcome to, it is my privilege to welcome you to, I think I'm rushing to do a lot of things, so I need to calm down first, permit me. It is my privilege to welcome you to another combined Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters meeting. It is a beautiful day outside, and today's theme is unity in diversity. Speaking of that theme, I mean, when I thought about it, I remember a time when I almost got beaten by two people. Now, I'll give you just a summary of it. So it happened that I would never, in recent times, try to travel to a place where I do not understand their language. Because I just feel like, if I look around me and I cannot explain in Yoruba what I want to say, what will happen? But here in Lagos, I was almost harassed by two northerners in Lagos. So where I feel like when I turn like this, somebody is going to come to my aid. But nobody came. Like all my people in quotes were just ready to pull out their camera to record in case the whip lands on me. And someone who I thought, okay, if nobody comes, this particular guy would come because I patronize his business. He knows me and he just watched on. When I got close to him, all he said was, is it you that those people were talking to? I told you, is it Yabeji's sister? I'm like, you didn't even come close. What if they beat me? What if they killed me? He didn't do anything. And then I went to this Igbo guy's store. He wasn't aware of what happened, but he saw my expression and asked me what was wrong. I told him, and he got even more furious than I was. He was like, "Where did it happen?" I was like, "Relax." He said, "Should he walk me home so I don't get harassed again?" I felt that empathy. I felt like I would have expected this from my brother, in quotes, not an Igbo man. But this is what unity in diversity basically means. It's an expression to describe harmony between people that are not related, people that probably do not have a lot in common. And as people, we tend to hang on to people that are similar to us. But this doesn't really encourage growth because even though they may speak the same language as us, their goals may not align with ours. I mean, picture a bus conductor in a motor park now, trying to get passengers in his bus. What do you think will be his criteria for getting people to come on board? Will it be people from his state? No. Or fellow conductors because they know each other? Absolutely not. Or will it be, okay, this person practices the same religion as me, then he should come in? No. You just see him go, Aboki, Oshodi. Next thing, Auntie Chichi, Oshodi. He doesn't care where you come from or what you do. The only thing that matters to him at that point is people who are going his way and are willing to pay. That's the only thing that matters. People who are going his way and are willing to pay. And that is what should matter to us as individuals. Because we cannot tackle unity in diversity without dealing with the mindset, without addressing the mindset of the units that make up any group. And largely, unity in diversity will talk about cultures, religion, but it goes deeper than that. You see people segregate other people for their background, educational or whatever, for their socioeconomic status, for age, anything. You say, no, I don't think I can work with this person because of this or that. And you ignore the set skills that they may possess that will be useful to you. Unity in diversity is very important. And these are some of the benefits. One, it gives you a fresh perspective. Here you get to meet people that are different, people that have different opinions. And they would come. It's like something you've been doing for so many years. And they would say, oh, my grandmother taught me a better way to do this. Let me show you. And that just exposes you to new backgrounds, new kind of ideas. You expand your mind. Unity in diversity also breeds respect, trust, unity, bonding, which are key things that you need to grow or to achieve success in any team. And also, it shoots up productivity level to the max. Because you see, when people unite, you're able to solve things faster. You're able to come up with decisions faster than you would normally do alone. Because in most cases, the people that are similar to you just know the things that you know. So it will seem like, okay, regular, schmegular. But these other people would bring a fresh idea, help you reach a decision faster. So what are some ways that we can build unity in diversity now that we know that it is important and it helps to succeed? One, respect. Respect every single person, regardless of race, tribe, religion, background. Give them a fair chance to prove themselves as a person. Not, okay, no, I will not just deal with this set of people. No, respect them enough. Also, allow them to hear their opinions. When you allow people to hear their own opinion, express their own beliefs, whether you agree with it or not, that is secondary. Allow them, give them that freedom to be able to express themselves. That allows a team grow and succeed. And also avoid generalizing. Now, because a tailor disappointed you once or twice, then you say, what tailor, they disappoint, I will never go to a tailor. What happens to the good ones? Or, Igbo people, they like money too much. I can't deal with them. You forget that that is their own enterprising spirit, and the fact that they are different from you does not mean that they are bad, and does not mean it should be something that you should fear. No, that diversity should be embraced. I manage a business that has a physical store, and one day an Igbo man walked in and was telling me, oh, I'm your neighbor's brother. I just came to say hello. I said, okay. And 3 minutes in, someone walks in to buy something. And as I was attending to them, I told them how much it was. And the person said, it's too expensive. Oh. This Igbo man just jumped in and said, do you know the dollar rate today? My sister here, I'm like, who is your sister? And next thing, it was already marketing for me, closing a deal for me. So on one hand, I could go, Igbos like money, they don't play with their money. But right there, is difference, is making a difference, a good difference for me. So diversity should be embraced. And the only thing that should be important in choosing a team to work with or in a group is this person going my way? And are they willing to pay? Going your way will be aligning with your goal and also willing to pay the price, the time, the resources. Embrace diversity. Like Maya Angelou once said, in diversity, there is beauty and there is strength. Thank you. And to take us further in this meeting, because I'm so excited about diversity, I could speak on and on, I'd like to introduce someone who will be anchoring today's meeting. And in Toastmaster, we refer to this person as the Toastmaster of the day, TMOD. To play this role is the Toastmaster that I've come to respect a lot. He is, let me get the introduction so I don't murder any, because now he will just come back and say, you respect me, but you murdered my intro. No, I don't want to do that. He joined Toastmaster in 2015. He loves technology, photography, videography, and also loves traveling. And he never passes an opportunity on a game of chess. So he loves chess a lot. He currently serves as the Vice President Public Relations for Lighthouse Prestige Toastmaster. Lighthouse Toastmaster. And to play this role, please welcome Toastmaster Chinedu Omenkuku.
Thank you. Thank you, my Presido. That's a very warm welcome. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As introduced, I will be the Toastmaster of the day. This is the first time I'm playing this role, so please be nice with me. I'm really, really excited to play this very, very important and cardinal role in this meeting. That being said, it's important I also stress what my president already said. It is a bright day out there, very clear skies, a good weekend to pack up on some activities. But I'm thankful for everybody that has made our time to join this meeting. It promises to be very interesting, educative, entertaining meeting as always. The task for today is very uphill. Already the theme of the meeting has been introduced. The theme of today's meeting is Unity in Diversity. I love the speech made by TM Ayotola. It's very simple. If you are going my way and you're willing to pay the price, hop on. Very good. I do have some thoughts, but I'll save those thoughts for now, just to use the word of the day. I'll take a rain check on that, and I'll come back to you with my thoughts. But for the task of today, I have some people that will be assisting me to carry out my activities today. I can't do it alone. It's an uphill task, but I'd like to introduce somebody in the capacity of the general evaluator who will help me throughout this course of the meeting. She will be working with her team of other people, other role players, grammarians, timekeeper, accountant, and the rest, to help make sure this meeting is as smooth as possible. Now, the general evaluator for today is someone I'm just meeting for the very first time, but her first impression already was very, very striking. I need to correct this agenda here because she's regarded as TM, but I overheard TM Larry call her earlier DTM, so I guess that is the right way to address her. She is DTM Rashidat Bello. Before she comes on to the virtual lantern, I'll talk a little bit about her bio. DTM Rashidat rather, has been a member of Toastmasters since 2007. She's a professional banker, administrator, management trainer, and a marketer for medical devices. She's currently the chief executive of Interfarm, a Lagos, Nigerian-based firm which specializes in medical devices, accessories, and consumables for medical imaging, urology, and biopsy. I'm very sorry, I'm not so good with these medical names. But she's also a dual member of Eagle Toastmasters and Merit Toastmasters Club, and she's the immediate past president of Tutors and Trainers Toastmasters Club. Having served in a host of many positions across the club, area and division, and of course, district level, she's now the current District 94 Credential Committee Chairperson and a club body to Lighthouse Prestige Toastmasters. Please, with a round of applause, can we welcome the General Evaluator to the virtual lantern, DTM Bello. Welcome. DTM Bello, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I would have thought you were introducing the president of Nigeria when you went on and on and on. I felt so swollen-headed. Thank you so much. But may I quickly bring it to your attention that as I speak, I am not a member of Eagle any longer. I have restricted myself to Merit Tutors and Trainers. You can imagine I'm so small, I can't handle 3 clubs at a time. So that's just it. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, today I have been given the privilege to act as your general evaluator. And that even sounds so huge to me. I think of myself as the generalissimo. If I'm the generalissimo, it simply means I am the head of the battalion and I have members of my army ready to serve. Evaluation is very important to Toastmasters. If there's anything that is important to any Toastmaster, it is evaluation, because we don't have professors or teachers. We live by evaluation. That is not only the breakfast of champions, as I would say, it is perhaps the lunch and supper of champions. It is everything. So I have people who will be working with me to enable us get that evaluation that we so much crave and deserve as Toastmasters. These are the people who will help us ensure that we have value for our time this beautiful, lovely Saturday morning. Each of my team members shall come up and tell us what they shall be doing in order to give you value this morning. The first member that I shall be calling upon, ladies and gentlemen, will not only be assessing your listening, this person would also be introducing some things to us. Well, yes, I'm not about to give you the details of everything this lovely Toastmaster shall be telling you. I'm calling this person lovely because it's not one person you want to discountenance. Ladies and gentlemen, acting as grammarian and listening evaluator this morning, I'd like to introduce to you this gentleman who is a non-governmental organization manager. And guess what? He also likes to write non-fiction. Non-fiction. He joined this laudable organization, Toastmasters, just this year. Can you beat that? He enjoys reading. He enjoys traveling, and don't dare him because he also enjoys martial arts. Please make welcome to this virtual podium, Toastmaster A.A. Paul. Toastmaster A.A. Paul, please give it to us the way you want to serve it. Toastmaster A.A. Paul, are you there? I saw Toastmaster A.A. Paul. What's happening? Is anybody trying to fetch him? He's probably somewhere trying to knock somebody down. That was just a joke. Okay, if we don't have Toastmaster A.A. Paul, I'd like to introduce the next member of my team. Ladies and gentlemen, you have met this delectable lady this morning, so I would not be boring you again. And I say boring you because if I'm going to start reading out her bio, you probably start wondering if you'll not go home with her. But please note that as much as she's a fashionpreneur, she also enjoys mirror talking. And she'll tell us a little bit about how mirror talking relates to timing. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the president of this prestigious club, Lighthouse Prestige, even though we have Lighthouse too. Please make welcome Toastmaster Ayatollah Olariwaju. Madam President, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. So serving as the timer for today's meeting, think of me as the traffic light when you're driving on the road. I mean, you have to pay attention, right? So I'll be managing time, and basically I would make sure that I put up timing cards at certain times. For speeches, like the table topic session where we have 2 minutes and just a grace of 30 seconds. At the 1 minute mark, I put up the yellow light. No, the green, sorry, the green, which means, okay, cool. And 1 minute, 30 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds, I put on the green light, which means, okay, cool, it's fine. You can stop. You can stop now if you want, but you can keep going. And then by 2, what am I saying? 1 minute, at 1 minute, the yellow light comes up. I think I'm thirsty. This is not my day. The green light comes on at 1 minute, and at 1 minute, 30 seconds, the yellow light, and at 2 minutes, the red light comes up. And you have just 30 seconds to round off your speech. Now, during the prepared speech session, you have 5 to 7 minutes. When you are at the 5 minutes mark, the green light comes on. At 6 minutes, the yellow light, and at 7, you have the red lights. And at that point, you have just a grace of 30 seconds to round off. Whew. So I would be noting the time. Anyone who goes beyond the 7 minutes, 30 seconds, or the 2 minutes, 30 seconds wouldn't qualify for voting. That will be all. Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. Over to you.
That was splendid. Time and tide waits for no man. That is how they say it. Thank you so much, Madam President. We are all going to keep to time this beautiful morning. Hello, Toastmasters. I'd like to introduce to you another member of my team. This member of my team is a member that you would be wondering where she had been all your life. And I'll tell you why I say that. Because you all know that we love to eat good food. And I mean good food. Everybody loves good food. But it's not only cooking that she has as one of our hobbies. She loves to read. She loves to spend time with family and loved ones, such as Toastmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady is a real estate developer, and she mentors women from deprived communities when she is not cooking. Please make welcome our counter for today, Toastmaster Barakat Awoyemi. Toastmaster Barakat.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Happy to be here. Thank you for your kind introduction. Okay, so today I'm going to be the counter. I'm going to be taking note of the times that filler words are used by our wonderful speakers today. Thank you.
That was brief, clear, concise. Pause fillers. Don't do the arms and arms if you don't want Toastmaster Barakat to get you to the spotlight. Thank you very much. Pause fillers don't add value to our speeches. So do we now have Toastmaster A.A. Paul, or is still experiencing his internet glitches? In the absence of Toastmaster Paul, I'd like us to get familiar with the role of the listening evaluator. I'll be standing in for him for the role of listening evaluator now. And in that capacity, I'd like to let you know that as Toastmasters, we believe that communication is incomplete and not proper, and could also be misconstrued when you are not listening properly. For you to get value for your time, you need to have listened, and for you to ensure that everything you are doing is just according to what you have heard and heard correctly. So as listening evaluator today, ladies and gentlemen, I shall be taking you up on proceedings at this meeting, meaning I shall ask questions to gauge whether we have listened properly. So I implore you all to please listen well, properly to everything, because when I ask my questions, I'll easily tell whether you were listening well or not. That is for the role of the listening evaluator. And as for the role of the grammarian, I'd like us all to, do we have anybody standing in for the grammarian yet? We do not have the grammarian again on the call, but I can tell you that we have a word of the day. The Zoom master, would you like to project the word of the day? Beautiful. Beautiful. Can this be bigger than this? Can it be enlarged? Okay. Well, as you can see, we have an informal word for today, informal word of the day. Rain check. Ladies and gentlemen, today, our word of the day is an informal word, and it is rain check. Rain check. And what does that mean? It means to defer the acceptance of something to a later time. Defer the acceptance of something to a later time, meaning you want to postpone this thing, or you want to delay it, you want to hesitate until a later time. An example of the use of the word rain check: I'm sorry, but I'm busy on Sunday. Can I take a rain check? So please, let's lavishly use that informal word, rain check, throughout today's meeting. As time goes on, I'll be introducing to you other members of my team when they are able to join us. But for now, please take it that this meeting is going to be properly evaluated. Thank you very much. Toastmaster of the day, back to you.
Very masterfully done, my general evaluator. Thank you, DCM Rashida Bello, for that beautiful execution. Wonderful. So here you go. You have an idea of the people that will be working with me today. I did take a rain check earlier to define my thoughts on the theme of the day, and also to paint an idea for those that are joining us for the first time, paint an idea of how a Toastmasters meeting is actually run. So there are two major parts of a Toastmasters meeting. It's important to know that we have the table topic section, and then we have the prepared speech section. On top of everything, there is what we call evaluation sections also, where every single speech that is given on this meeting is properly evaluated. So we have the table topic section and the prepared speech section. But just before I call on the table topic master to take us through the next section of this meeting, I'd like to share my thoughts on the theme of the day, which is the unity in diversity. I remember very vividly, even up to this date, for someone like me, the most interesting part of the World Cup or the Olympics is usually the introduction or the closing ceremony. The opening ceremony is always the most colorful because you have people from different nations all come out with their different sports uniforms and their different representations of their culture. And you can see how much beauty this adds to the general show. The World Cup, the Olympics, generally these kinds of international sports events that try to bring people from diverse nations together really shows the beauty in diversity. And I thought I should share that because it's very, very important to know that we cannot make everybody think the same way or behave the same way, because we all have different cultures, different tongues, different beliefs. But understanding that we have the ability to take the certain gains from this diversity and actually use them or harness them to our own benefit is my own takeaway from today's theme. So that being said, without much ado, I would like to invite a veteran Toastmaster to take us through the table topic section. The table topic master for today's section is no other person than CM Jayola Koka. CM Jaye is a financial consultant with one of the big four consulting firms. He's very humble. He doesn't want to tell us which of them. But he has a proficiency in ensuring efficiency and effective business operations and proper management of accounting books. He has won various Best Speaker Awards and loves having fun and trying new things. Please, with a virtual round of applause, can we bring on the table topics master to the virtual lantern, CM Jayola?
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, for the warm introduction. Hello, Toastmasters and guests. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the most interesting, most educative, and most practical session of them all, the Toastmaster Table Topic session. Can I hear a round of applause? Okay, maybe I'll take a rain check on that till the end of the season session. Yeah, we learn to speak on our feet for a minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes and a 30 seconds grace. So I have 5 questions and I'll need volunteers. Who's going to be our volunteer for today? I'll be looking at the chat box. I have 5 questions and I do not think because of time, I do not think I'll be able to call all questions. So I have 5 questions. Do I have anyone that's willing to speak on this question? 1 to 5. If nobody comes, I'll call somebody. And I'll start with a Toastmaster just to bring some energy to the game. Anyone? I'm looking at the chat box. I'm not checking for hands. I'm looking at the chat box. Please now, don't want me to beg you. Do you want me to beg you? One person is really interesting. Okay, let me call. I'll call TM Joy. TM Joy, kindly come to the virtual lectern. TM Joy, are you there? TM Joy, can everyone hear me?
Absolutely, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. But I can't hear TM Joy.
TM Joy is loading.
Or maybe she has.
No, she's loading at 40% for now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, all right, great. I was already volunteering, but you couldn't hear me.
Okay, we can hear you now. Shoot.
Yeah. So I have 1 to 5 questions, 1 to 5. You can pick. What number are you going to pick from 1 to 5?
I'll take question 5.
All right.
Timer. You started, they've not asked me the question.
Timer.
Timer.
Is very active today. Okay.
Reset.
So the question is splitting Nigeria the solution to our problems? What do you think?
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I'm excited to be here, and I would always jump at an opportunity to speak about Nigeria. The question is splitting Nigeria the answer to Nigeria's problems? I would first of all say that Nigeria's problems are as complex and as multifaceted as it gets. And depending on the dimensions that you want to look at it with, to answer that question, and this is a personal opinion, I would say yes. And the reasons are all over the place. When you go on a bus, when you look at the comments on social media platforms, you can see that, first of all, there is no unity. And second of all, the government is not doing anything to correct that because they are directly benefiting from the ills of having those kind of breakages. So a lot of times you see that it is said that Nigeria is broken along ethnic lines, religious lines. And one thing I've always said, and it bothers me up until this minute, is the fact that civic education is not taught in schools, history is not taught in schools, and
I would always say that if you do not know what the problem is, if you do not know where you're coming from, you cannot know where you're going to. A lot of times we see that there's no true federalism being exhibited in cabinet selection. The Igbos feel marginalized. Nothing is done to curb the Fulani headsmen. So if we cannot live together, why don't we just break into pieces and try to do better and progress in a way that is effective? On the final note, I would say that when Lord Lugard joined all of us together, they did it as a means of controlling, not because they looked at it and said, oh, these people can actually live together. So on that note, I would say, I think it's better for us to split. Thank you.
Thank you so much, TM Joy. She said, if we cannot live together, why don't we break into pieces? Thank you for your candid response. I really appreciate that. So who's going to be our second volunteer? You saw how she did it. She was smooth. She was calm and collected. And I wanted her to speak because I expected that. So you can see how she did it, and you can do it too. Yeah, so I need someone to volunteer, please. Who's going to volunteer? Okay, let me call on TM Kirish. I don't know if I pronounced your name well, but I know that when you come up, you'll teach me how to pronounce your name properly. TM Kirish. Are you here?
Yes, why not? Let me go.
Yes.
You did say you'd call him out.
Yes. Did I pronounce your name properly?
Yes, Krish. As simple as that.
All right. So I have questions. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 1 to 4.
I'll take 4.
Okay. All right. So now the question is, when you think of Nigeria, does the phrase unity in diversity come to mind? Should I repeat the question?
I got it. I'm just waiting for the timer screen to come on.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Table Topic Master, for that wonderful question. I was really hoping it would be something on which I would have enough information to speak on, but as Toastmasters, I will try to maintain the integrity of speaking with how much of a knowledge I have. So this is not my first instance of meeting people from Nigeria in a Toastmaster setting. I've been to clubs in Abuja. I've been to one called Gemstones. I know a few Toastmasters there. I had one of the International Speech Contest semi-finalists give a keynote speech at our club a few months back. So from what I know about Nigeria, the first thing that comes to mind is, yes, you are a united lot. For someone who comes from a country which has been divided not once but twice, and the same problems persist. So diversification is not a solution that I have experienced, gives me hope. It always works when people try to unite. Governments fall, governments are formed if people unite. And that is what I think Toastmasters also has taught me. We all have community clubs. Do you think if unity or diversity was not rejoiced, would I be welcome here? So going by that logic, I think the first thing that comes to mind, and with the experience that I've had with people from Nigeria, I think unity does come to my mind. And I'm really happy to see that more and more people are able to see that the leaders they are choosing, or the leaders who are supposed to echo their feelings about their country are not doing it right. And we have that power to, as people, to vote in people who think like us. Like, I've never been in a position where I talk down on any government, because I believe every country deserves the government they get. And again, with respect, I speak of countries where leaders are elected. So coming back to the point, Nigeria, from what I know, I think it is a united place. But yes, I'm sure every country has their own problems, and the residents of that country would know more about whether unity or diversity, what weighs more. And until I gather more information to speak more educatedly on this topic, I'd like to take a rain check. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Wow, that was interesting. You said diversity always work when people try to unite. You showed us the skills we can acquire by being a Toastmaster, because despite you having limited knowledge, you are still able to showcase and speak about the topic. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. So now we have one more question. I would like a guest to speak. So do we have any volunteer, or should I pick? Vanessa Galaxy A71. Are you there? Vanessa, you should try this. It will really help you. Are you there? Okay, let's move to Soma. That's okay. Chika. That's interesting. Chika, I welcome you to the virtual lectern. Can you speak?
Yes, I can.
Yes, fantastic. Chika, can we also see your face? Okay, I can't see your face currently. So can you turn on your video?
Is Chika a guest?
Yes.
Chika is a guest. I'm so proud of you right now, because I know the amount of courage it took for you to take this step, and it's exciting. Okay, so we have questions 1, 2, and 3. Interesting. We have 1 to 3. So which do you?
Question 3.
Interesting. So Chika, are you Nigerian?
Yes, I'm in Nigeria.
Okay, so what's your ethnicity?
I'm from Igbo.
Interesting.
Igbo tribe.
Okay, so let me ask this question. As an Igbo woman, if there were persons from 3 tribes, inclusive of your tribe, vying for a position in your company with the same qualifications, who would you give that position to, and why?
Okay, thank you very much for your question. It's an honor to speak on this platform. If there are 3 persons with the same qualifications and from 3 different tribes vying for the same position in my company, first of all, they cannot all have the same qualifications. Something has to make them different from the other. It can either be from their experience or their intelligence or their knowledge of the work. And so you check this out. Tribe, I don't feel like tribe should come in. That's why some people say Hausa people are not smart. But then if you see smart Hausa people, you will not remove some evil people. And so you see Yoruba people too. People are different and they have different qualifications. So if you look at it, how much knowledge does he have pertaining to the company at hand? Okay, how can it be relevant to my company? Do I need somebody that has a young mind? Okay, what is their age? Do I need a woman to work? Because some women can actually, with their I don't know whether you understand. Some women can actually do some work more than men, and some men can do some work more than women. Okay, so that do I need a man to work? What is their age qualification? I feel like 3 of them cannot have the same qualifications, exactly the same qualification. Sometimes also their experience or their schooling. Some people now, they stop maybe at secondary school, but then they gained knowledge on other courses, like online courses now. So I'll check this out. Tribe should not be a criteria for employing people, because it is just going to be, what is you being Igbo going to add in the company? Exactly. So that's what I'll check. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chika. Thank you. Your confidence was inspiring and you gave a fantastic speech. One thing I loved about your speech just now is if the rules does not fit, you switch it up. So I gave you something, you were like, no, it's not possible. And that was interesting. Thank you so much. I thank you everyone for participating. I hand over control back to the Toastmaster of the day. Yes.
Thank you, TM Jayola. Very spot-on questions. I think I like the fact that your questions all talk to the theme of the day, which is the unity in diversity. Thank you very much for that selection. And thank you, congratulations to all the speakers. Thanks for your participation. So I believe the next stage would be to have a poll, or do we have the evaluation next? I think we have a poll for the speakers and vote for the best table topic speaker. Can that be displayed on screen? Well, it will come up any seconds from now. Let's just give it a while. Otherwise, okay, yeah, so I've gotten the
Can you see the poll?
So yeah, that will come up soon. Say that again, President.
Can you see the poll?
Okay, maybe I can't see the poll, but I don't know if any other person can.
I can't either.
I can't see it.
It's been launched earlier. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so while we get the poll sorted out, and please, if the poll comes up, someone should please disrupt me, and we can take a second to have that play out. But still keeping to the theme of today, and one of the things I've noticed that actually reinforces the unity in diversity is how rampant it is to see interethnic marriages these days. I can say with very great shock and totally unplanned that the last 3 weddings I've attended were all interethnic marriages. And I think it's really good for us as a nation, because the more we're able to, you know, I don't see a situation of what happened in the past, the civil war in Nigeria happening again, because if I was to go for war, who will I support? Will I be a Yoruba or will I be an Igbo? Because I have in-laws that are Yorubas, I even have in-laws that are Muslims. There's so much mixed up these days that it's hard to even know which divide you are. And I think that is one of the benefits of the whole unity in diversity. And for the unmarried ones among us, please don't segregate, you know, interact, mingle freely. That being said, if the poll is not coming up to maintain the integrity of the meeting, I think we can go for our short break now, and then in preparation for the prepared speeches, we can have the evaluation for the table topic at a later time. We need to have that the poll before we do that. Before we do the evaluation.
Can you see the poll? Or it's been launched. You can see the poll now.
No.
Oh.
TMC, how much time do we have for the break, or do we even have time at all?
We spend a lot of time. I don't think there's time for break because it's already 12:07.
Okay. Toastmaster of the day, no time for break. So I think we'll just...
Because being the host, I can't see the poll, but it's been launched.
Okay. Okay. Can any other guest
So that's the
confirm?
implication.
We can't see it. Can Tiengbemi try to launch it? We can't see it.
Yes, at least I have it. So Tiangbeme kindly launch the poll now.
I can't say that because I'm not the host.
No, not only the host, the co-host candidates.
Do we need to make him a co-host? TM Ayegbemi? Okay.
Please do that. Please do that.
Yeah.
Okay, the poll is
so
on.
there you go.
The poll is on.
The poll is up now.
The poll is up.
Yes. So please take a second to cast your votes, everybody. It will be up for, say, a minute. Beautiful. Okay, so while the poll is going on, let me use the opportunity to introduce the table topic evaluator for today. Now, evaluating all the table topic speeches would be CM Lanre Lawal. Okay, CM Lanre Lawal joined Toastmasters in 2017 and is the president of Lighthouse Toastmasters. He is an information technologist and a fashion designer. He loves dancing salsa, watching football, singing, and reading. He has also served in different capacities, including the club growth director. May I also add, he's also a French instructor because I know him personally. Please welcome the table topic evaluator, CM Lanre, to the virtual lantern. CM Lanre, please. CM Lanre, I think the poll, we're done with the poll, right? Do we have CM Lanre here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Did I disconnect?
No,
I already done production.
No, not at all.
So please,
no, not
can you
at
take
all.
us through the table topic evaluation?
Okay, I guess you've ended the poll, right? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So, wow. Also, we have three, I'm going to make it very apt. We have three table topic speakers, TM Joy, Cheyenne, a veteran table topic and a favorite table topic, martial arts master. I love your starting. It was very cool and calm. And I love the fact that you were able to pitch to us that civic education would have been an ideal thing to have and for people to know more. Then again, about history. Because when you don't know the history of where you're coming from, there's a lot of mixed feelings and narratives out there that you would not even be able to speak intellectually and engage in a very good conversation, which is happening around us. And you spoke about Lord Lugard, what was enforced in us. You shared your perspective. But what would I have loved you to do better? I don't think you're still patriotic for now. Maybe you're part of the Japa batch that's still going. At least for now, you're still in Nigeria, and permit me, I don't know if you're a dual citizen. So I would have loved you to get at least show us empathy for some of us that still believe in this country, even if you're not splitting for now. So that's just the only part. For above all, it was a wonderful speech, good narratives, very entertaining. I'd like to move to the next person, TM Krish. Wow. This really wowed me. I love your calm speech, and I love the calm spirit behind your speech. It was very directive, and I love the style in which you use in delivering the speech. You took some few minutes, which is meant for experts to take a deep breath so that you can think quickly on what you can just provide for TM Jayola, because that will be the least question you'll be expecting, that to speak in the particular country. But fortunately for you, you've been engaging in Toastmasters activities virtually. Then you stated that you've been to Abuja with your little experience once. Then at the same time, you spoke about unity in diversity, which is related to the theme of the day. and you gave your recommendation that using unity diversification will really help. And you used the word, you said using the comparison of the, you use a particular quote, diversity always work when people are united. Diversity always work when people are united. I think that's a take home for most of the Nigerians listening to you. And you compare your country as well, based on trend-based analysis, that at least if the same problem, which is peculiar to Nigeria, happen in your country and Nigeria is still standing, you still recommend unity and diversification. Above all, I really love your vocal variety in when you're showing empathy to the nation and you're trying to pitch unity across to us. I really love that. Thank you very much. Wow, my friend Chika, you're my newfound friend. You know, you putting you on the spot and at the same time ask you to turn on your video. Wow, I can't wait to hear about your icebreaker speech, and I can't wait for you to be a Toastmaster, because what you've just delivered today seems like a prepared speech or something you've been waiting for. At Inasia, I was wondering how you're going to crack it, but you did extremely well. I love the fact that you say you show respect across all board, regardless of ethnicity, and you go sports right way by stating that you don't care who the personnel is, regardless of any tribe or race. What you're after is to state that the best man will win the job. And you stated again that, hey guys, not necessarily that everyone will have the same qualifications, but you throw clarity to the beginning and staying on the course, and you're able to educate us more. And you said what you do should be to have a better person in place, and that's the person you, and I love your level of confidence. But what would I like you to do better? Maybe you can be a bit speak slowly so that we can catch up. Above all, it was a fantastic speech. I love that boost, that confidence, and you're able to convince us and not confuse us with your few points that you've given to us. So the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Lawal. Thanks for that very detailed evaluation. Thanks a lot. I think we've come to the spot where we need to stretch our legs a bit, mingle a little bit. Yes, we have about 2 minutes for a short break. So please, everybody that has switched off their cameras and muted their mic all this while, you can exercise your lips, you know, talk to someone, say hi to someone. Timer, please keep us honest. We'll be going on a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back for the prepared speech section. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. The 2 minutes can cook Indomie.
Madam Joy, you should come and teach me how you do this those table topics thing, the skills
Seamlessly.
like remarkable. You should come and show us. Maybe we should go for a master class with Joy. Ah, God, I can't wait.
The only way to do it is to do it.
Just to do it.
Yeah, the only way to get good at it is to do it. There's nothing else.
The composure, the confidence, like what? Interesting. Vanessa, I called you, you did not answer. Now you can talk. There's no pressure.
Vanessa Galaxy.
It's raining rain checks this morning. There are rain checks flying all over the place. I'm tired of I'm tired of them. I sent you a message. Mariotola, I sent you a message as well.
Victoria, Soma, Marvel, calling all your names so you can speak. This is the point where we actually get to network, meet each other. Just 2 minutes, but let's just hear your voice.
Toastmaster of the day, you are our MC now. Carry us along.
Hello, Chinedu. My namesake. Hi, Chinedu. Unmute, please.
You know, you can just say hi, then mute back. That's a good skill. Just hear your voice.
Chinedu, I love your TV screen.
Yeah.
Enter, please. Let's hear
Vintage.
you. I think I saw
like
Dan Ladi. Dan Ladi was in earlier on. So where is Dan Ladi?
Okay, there's someone called I'm not pronouncing this well, but Barry Kepner. Can you your name is really interesting, to be nice to but like the time.
Barry Kepner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you are muted. You can speak actually.
You can speak.
Let's just meet you briefly. Like
Ian Akuna. Did I get
Did we pronounce your name well? Hi. Did we pronounce your name well? Did I?
Yeah, it's fair enough. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Time up. Yeah, I said time up. Oh. It's 2 minutes ago.
You are supposed to show us now, not tell us but
You said it.
Yes. Why are you using manual time up?
Okay, so I assume the time is up, yes? Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. Okay, so please, we can now go on mute and prepare for the next section in this beautiful meeting. This is the prepared speeches section. This is actually the section where people take their time, prepare their topic up front, and start the speech here. So we're going to have 2 speeches today, I believe. The first speech is going to be delivered by CM Dara Lalehi. And sorry, just give me a second. Let me make sure I'm getting the right information. Okay, so yeah, the first speech will be given by CM Dara, and this speech is going to be from the Innovative Planning Manual. It's under the category Understanding Your Leadership Style, and the title of the speech is Don't Give Up. But to evaluate her speech is CM Krish Nayak. CM Krish Nayak will be evaluating CM Dara, and just a little bit on CM Krish's bio, and I'll let CM Krish introduce CM Dara. CM Krish is the Area Director, Area 41, Division R, Area R1, Division R, District 41. He's also the immediate past president of Virtual Masters Club, Calcutta, India. So CM Krish, please introduce CM Dara for me, and you can also read her speech objectives. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day. And Toastmaster Dara, especially you, a very good afternoon. Dear Toastmasters, the purpose of this Level 2 Project 2 speech is for the member to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. The member completing this project will present a topic that is new or unfamiliar to the club members, and I will be listening for a topic that is unexpected and take note of the members' ability to present this topic in a way that keeps the audience engaged. Timer, please note that the time for this speech is 5 to 7 minutes. It would be wonderful to have more videos on so that the speaker can engage better with us. I know very little of Toastmaster Dara, but seeing her powerful stance, we all can assume rightly that we are in to listen for a wonderful speech. All the best to you, Toastmaster Dara. Take it away.
Winston Churchill said, never give in. Never, 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 in nothing, great or small, big or petty, give in, except in considerations of honor and good sense. The Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guest. I joined Toastmasters because I realized early on that I liked public speaking. I was a shy, quiet, and introverted child. I had an active imagination and thoughts that I couldn't express because I was so shy. I knew that what was inside of me was interesting, was great, and worthy of knowing. But I was too scared. I remember my very first speech, 1997, my first year of secondary school. Our class teacher gave us 5 minutes to speak on any topic of our choice. I chose to talk about the ozone layer, courtesy of lessons from my dad. And I won. I was excited. And that opened the door. I then realized that public speaking was my avenue to express my inner thoughts outside. It was that way I could show people that I was more than who I thought I was. Toastmasters has given me an avenue to do what I love, which is to talk. To talk with excitement and enjoyment, and also to pass knowledge on to other people. With Toastmasters and public speaking, the world is my oyster. My active imagination comes to life, and it has been an amazing, amazing, amazing experience. But it hasn't always been smooth sailing though. I remember one of my first table topics at my then club in London, 2009. The question was, what makes a good leader? A good leader is someone that is kind, I would say, decisive, cares about his followers or her followers, listens, intelligent, compassionate, kind. I'm sure you can all add more things to that. Yours truly approached the stage and said, a good leader has a harem of females around him, catering to his every whim. And I continued talking. I was like a high-speed train that would not stop. It was one of the most mortifying experiences of my life. Apart from the fact that it was not the answer to the question. It was totally far removed from the question, actually. I felt embarrassed. I was this close to quitting Toastmasters and my public speaking journey, this close. But then you know what? I remembered the joy I get from speaking. I also realized that this fear that was holding me back was just that, holding me back. Fear is a normal human emotion. It's that adrenaline surge for self-preservation. The fight or flight response it induces. It can be a good thing sometimes. At other times, when fear holds you back from doing something you should do, it becomes a problem. And I was this close to allowing fear to hold me back from something I loved, public speaking. Then I remembered the joy I got from public speaking, how happy I was. And I decided, no, nothing is going to hold me back, nothing. William Carey, the 19th century writer, said, if you want to attain a goal, you must care, and you must care deeply. And I care deeply about public speaking. I care deeply about Toastmasters. What do you care about? You have to work hard at it and not give up. Doesn't matter how slow your journey is, just don't stop. I've almost tried skydiving thrice, but each time, suited and booted, ready to board the plane, the weather changes. Some of you might say 3 times, don't do it, give up. But I'm not going to give up. When the next opportunity presents itself, armed with my holy water, I'm going to give it a go. I am never going to give up on my dreams. I am never going to give up on my Toastmaster journey. I'm going to keep on pushing and prodding the Toastmaster.
Thank you, TM Dara. That was a beautiful speech. Very, very beautiful speech. Never give up. We will never give up our Toastmasters journey. Thank you for that. Wow. So beautiful and so short. Our prepared speech section has almost come to an end. The next speaker, TM Philip, took a rain check. So we'll be having just one prepared speech for this meeting. I'll ask my more experienced colleagues to advise, do we take the poll or do we have the evaluation? We just have the evaluation. President, what's your take?
We go straight to the evaluation. And you know, when the other partner does not come to the pitch in a football match, you use the word. No, there's a terminology you use, a walk. Walk what? You walk away. It's so walk over. That's right. That's so. TM Dara Lanley with a beautiful speech is more or less a walkover. So we'll go to the evaluation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So congratulations, TM Dara, you get to walk. So for your evaluation, we will call to the virtual lantern again, TM Krish, to take us through his evaluation. TM Krish, over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Ned, and the wonderful speaker, Toastmaster Dara. To start off, I guessed so correctly. The way you stood, I knew we were all going to expect a power-packed speech. And for those who have their videos on, you can see the nodding heads, and those who have the videos off, I'm sure they are nodding their heads. So well done, Toastmaster Dara. You did a fantastic job on that count. There were 3 things that I really loved about your speech. The first, the confidence with which you started. I might be repeating myself from earlier, but trust me, this is not the last time I'm going to say this. I loved your confidence, especially how you stood and gave the speech. I've seen so many Toastmasters be complacent and give the speech sitting down. But you did not do that, and kudos for that. And that immediately gave you that advantage of using the real estate that you have. Once you stand, what I hope everybody else here learns from your attempt was that you get to move your hips, you get to use your hands when you shouted, hooray, I won, right? And that was, it allows, standing and giving the speech allows you to have a wider array of body postures as well as hand gestures. So I love that about your speech. I loved how you used to count out various things in your speech. You were able to count out the various traits, and every time you said never, never, the extra focus and emphasis you gave on never, that was really pulled everyone into that title of the speech, and they knew what you were going to talk about. Thirdly was the way you emphasized on certain words, like when you said, it has always not been smooth sailing, or I was embarrassed when I said this. So that stress that you lay on certain words, it allows the audience to connect better with you. So fantastically done. Now, I know that you never give in. So here are a few challenges for you that I'm sure you would want to try and take as suggestions for you. First is, how about you consider starting off with the skydiving story? That way you have everybody on the edge of the seat. Okay, this is going to be something about skydiving. And then you say, but I didn't do it yet. And then everybody's okay. So then, did she give up? And then you start with never give in. So I'm talking about how you arrange your speech for effect. You love the movies. Everybody loves the movies, right? And that's because they take us through an emotional joyride. That's what you should do in a 7-minute speech. It's going to be very difficult, but that's the challenge I throw to you, Toastmaster Dara. Take the audience on an emotional roller coaster ride. And I think you will do great. To conclude, I loved how you used your hand gestures and your body movement and your tone and emphasis on certain words to ensure the audience were a lot more connected to you. If you could pay some heed to how you arrange your speech structure, it would actually be a blockbuster movie. So thank you very much for that opportunity, and back to you, Toastmaster, today.
Thank you, TM Krish. Very nice evaluation. I linked with few things. Thanks, TM Dara, again for demonstrating how not to be complacent, how to use real estate and all that. It was really lovely feedback. I really enjoyed that. So, how time flies. Here we are, almost about to wrap up this very interesting meeting. I'm humbled. I feel elated just being part of this meeting. I really enjoyed myself. I hope everybody here enjoyed themselves. So before we get to the last part of this meeting, I would like to call on the general evaluator to give her report of the meeting generally, and then we can give awards to the winners. So please, DTM Rashida Bello, please. Do you mind coming up and giving us the evaluation? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Ned. Well, may I quickly chip in that I prefer to use my full name, Sally Obello. It's like a compound name. Thank you. Okay, to the business of the day, evaluation. That is what really gets Toastmasters ticking. And I have a beautiful lineup. When we started, you would have thought I wanted to take up the entire evaluation, but that was not going to be, because, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you that while you were busy looking at me, thinking that I'm the one that is going to be evaluating listening, and that I might probably be the grammarian, let me shock you that that role was ably and beautifully taken up by our darling Toastmaster Joy Cheyenne. Please make welcome Toastmaster Joy Cheyenne to give us our evaluation for the role of the grammarian, and in quick succession, that of the listening evaluator. Toastmaster Joy Cheyenne, please have this virtual lecture.
Thank you. Thank you so much, the distinguished DTM. That's like double tautology. Rashida Salih-Bello. Thank you for holding forth while we're scoring at the back, trying to look for who was missing. And like I said, and I've been saying behind the scenes, it's raining rain checks today. And I think the theme is very poignant. I will be wearing two hats. The first hat I will be putting on is the hat of the grammarian. And I will start with, I deliberately put in the last sentence so I could count myself as one of the people who used the word of the day today. So it's been used sparingly. TM Krish used it so beautifully when he said he would be taking a rain check on the topic. TM Rashida used it. TM, my humble self, TM Joy Shine used it. And I think TM Chinedu used the word of the day as well. If I didn't take note of your name, just send me a message and I would include. TM Jaye used the word of the day. Thank you, TM Jaye. And then I will just move on to the positives. I liked, there weren't too many speeches to listen to, but I thoroughly enjoyed listening to TM Dara. I like the part where she said, oh, it was very mortifying. And I like the way she pronounced the word embarrassed. Now, a lot of people will say embarrass. It's not a Nigerian word. It's an English word and the stress is on the second syllable. So she said embarrassed. You have to take it up there. Thank you, Tim Dara, for pronouncing that word beautifully. And I will then move on to the areas where I think we can do better. I think someone said status instead of status, is pronounced status, and I cannot overemphasize this word now that we're having meetings virtually. It's lectern. So it's L-E-C-T-R-N, not lantern. Thank you, Toastmasters. And it's hand gestures, is not gestures. Please let us take note as Toastmasters. We use it all the time. I think it's also evaluation, not evaluation. So let's just try to memorize these words until it becomes a second part of what we do. And then someone said woo instead of who. Who, not woo. Let's just try to get around all of these words. I will quickly move on to my second hat. So I'll take off the first one and put on the second one. As a listening evaluator, I'll be asking you a couple of questions. And the first question I will be asking is, what does a rain check mean? That's an easy one. I can't hear anybody. Mics are muted.
To delay?
No,
to postpone.
Yes, to postpone. Thank you. So you postpone means you move it till a later date, a definite.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm muted. Oh, I'm speaking.
Yeah. And
it's
somebody,
an informal word to adjourn.
Yes, adjourn. Thank you. Now, who was the original listening evaluator or grammarian who took a rain check on his role? DTM Rashida was looking for someone. Who answered that question?
Ayo.
Oh, thank you, TM Ayotola. That person was Toastmaster A.A. Paul. I could hear her over and over again saying, where is TM A.A. Paul? So yes, TM A.A. Paul took a rain check. How many times has TM Krish's country been split before?
Twice.
Great. Thank you, Chika. Thank you, Chika, for answering. Thank you, Toastmaster Larry. And in what year did Toastmaster Dara give her first speech?
1997.
Thank you. 1997. And what was the topic?
Oh, I forgot.
Chris wants to
Topic
answer.
of our choice.
It was about the ozone layer.
Thank you. Yes, it was about the ozone layer.
Ozone.
And on that note, I'll be wrapping up on the questions for today. Thank you. You answered all the questions correctly, and that tells me that you were paying very good attention. So see you next time. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Wow, that was a particularly beautiful session and beautifully handled by the beautiful Toastmaster Joy Cheyenne. Thank you so much. I'll be calling on my next role player, ladies and gentlemen. She does not want you to use filler pauses. She does not want you to use filler pauses. Let's see what she's going to tell us this afternoon. Please make welcome our counter, Toastmaster Barakat Awoyemi. Toastmaster Barakat, where art thou?
Hello, good afternoon.
Let's see your face this time.
Good afternoon.
I'm not in a place where I can turn on my camera, unfortunately. But this afternoon, I'm going to be giving my counter report. So the first Toastmaster during the table topics was TM Joy. And towards the end of her talk, she had 5 R's. I counted 5 filler words. TM Chris had 2 filler words. TM Chika had 4 filler words. And for the prepared speeches, TM Dara had just 1 filler word. So that's the end of my counting report for today. Thank you.
Wow, that was very succinct. Succinct delivery by Toastmaster Barakat Awoyemi, albeit we could not see her face. Thank you very much. So let me quickly move on to that important resource, and that is time. Toastmaster, I'm trying to look for you now.
Ayashiji.
Are you on the call? Sorry?
Toastmaster Ayashiji.
Oh, Ayashiji, you have taken up the role. I didn't know that you had taken it up. Okay. Could you give us exceptional reporting of your role? Because I think we have had quite some of the timing displayed by speakers. Toastmaster Ayashiji, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, DTM Rashidat Sally Bello. I really appreciate. First and foremost, I need to apologize for joining the meeting late. I had the meeting before now. So, fortunately, I have to hand over to Tina Mariotola, which she has done a fantastic job. So she took the table section, and for my report, all speakers speak within time. And while I took over, saying that speak for 6 minutes, 24 seconds, while then the evaluator evaluated for 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 seconds on dot, which is quite okay. And every other thing went well. We had a extremely good meeting, and we are within time. We still have like 15 minutes to the end of the meeting. Over to you to the meeting.
Wow, that's good. Beautiful. When you have the timekeeper keeping to time, that simply means it's telling us that time is serious business. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ayashiji, for that rendition of your report. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll quickly move to my own general evaluation of the entire proceedings. I'd like to observe that first, the palpable air of camaraderie that I have noted here is very commendable. And by that, I mean, people are happy and people just generally want to be themselves on the call. That is very lovely. Beautiful, beautiful. Well done, organizers, for that. Perhaps you want to say that I am not being sincere if I say it is commendable that we have 18 people on the call, but it is actually 18 people. 18 people on the call to me is commendable. 18 quality people on the call is commendable. It is commendable because for a typical Toastmasters meeting, when we have 18 people listening to what you're doing, I would want to say that it is by no means an easy feat. But then we had 18 very good audience, beautiful, happy audience, willing to listen. I think that is very commendable and I'd like to commend the organizers. But let me quickly chip in this. For two clubs coming together, having a joint meeting is beautiful, and that tells me that we are trying to maximize and we are taking advantage of some kind of synergy. I believe that that might be working well. However, if we are taking advantage of all of that, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like us to mind one thing. We started this meeting late. Remember, as Toastmasters, one of the things that we want to advertise is the fact that we want to do business the way it's supposed to be started. 10 minutes is unpardonable. Even 2 minutes, 1 minute, nobody goes out. I mean, we all know what it is. If you are going to take up we're going to travel and you were 10 minutes late, well, we know what that means. So please, let us try and get our meeting started on time. Of course, I could see that in the beginning, perhaps because the de facto timer didn't come on time and somebody was trying to stand in. I also observed that not many of the activities at the beginning were timed. If we had quite a number of speeches, as against one that we had, I'm sure we'll be closing quite late. Please let us also try and time all other activities, not only speeches and evaluations. Toastmaster Parakata Oyeni said she is not in a place where she can put up our camera for us to see, but for role players, please, if you are going to play a role, try and prepare for it such that we'll be able to see who we are talking to. It's very important in this virtual era of ours. You don't want to be talking to the air. This is not a radio program. So please let us try and consider the possibility as much as we can. I know sometimes these things are beyond our control. Well, my table topics master, Chika, called a woman, called the speaker a woman. Some people don't take kindly to that. Remember when Fela said, African woman, no degree or something, she goes say, I be lady. It might be safer to call women ladies. Some people don't take kindly to it, just for the information. Not that it is wrong, it is not wrong, but just trying to play safe. If members tend to take rain checks, as I have seen in this meeting today, you can see we had quite a number of rain checks taken. Please, perhaps organizers can consider having alternate role players for every role. I know of a club that does that. For every role, there is somebody standing as an alternate role player. And that also affected our setting up and all of that. People want to come to see how things are supposed to be done. If we are fumbling with this and fumbling with that, it might not encourage people to take us as seriously as they should. But I cannot keep going on and on and on, because I must confess that I actually felt good with myself being in the midst of wonderful people. And that is the way I feel about Lighthouse and Lighthouse Prestige Duo. And willing and looking forward to being in this meeting sometime soon. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and I'll gladly take it the next time. Thank you so much. The Toastmaster.
Thank you very much for that general evaluation. It shows your wealth of experience and Your corrections are going to be duly noted in subsequent meetings. Our able DCM, Rashidat Saliu Bello. Thank you once more for that. So we can move on to the award section. We have 3 awards for today. The best table topic goes to very predictable for those of us that have been in this meeting for a while. CM Joy Cheyenne. Round of applause for CM Joy Cheyenne to go home today with the best table topic speaker for this meeting. I don't know if she's going to be so excited. She's always winning these things. So anyway, for the best speaker for today, automatically goes to CM Dara. Another round of applause for her. I think it's actually a deserving speech, irrespective. And then automatically, the best evaluator for today is also CM Krish. A round of applause for him too. Your evaluation was actually deserving of that award. CM Dara's speech was actually deserving of this award. So thank you all very, very much for participating. And on that note, we've come to the end of another, or I've come to the end of my own Toastmaster of the Day activity. And I would like to leave with a quote that was very, very dear to me and also anchors on the theme of the meeting. This quote is by Mahatma Gandhi, and it says, as I quote, "Our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and the test of our civilization." I'll say that one more time. Our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and test of our civilization. On that note, I'd like to hand over control to our president, CM Larry Lawal, to take over control from here. Thank you all for having me as the Toastmaster of the Day. Over to you, CM Lawal.
Thank you most graciously, my Toastmaster of the Day, the master of the ceremony. We really appreciate what you've been doing, both at the back end and concurrently what you're doing on the front end. And it has been a great meeting. So I would like to crave our indulgence for people that are joining us for the first time. We'd like to know who you are. We saw Vanessa chatting us. You can just put a line, your full name, not Vanessa Galaxy. So that when we see you, we don't call you Vanessa Galaxy, or if you're a guest from another club, let's know you. Let's get to know you. And if you're a guest, I saw Chika. Who is Chika and what does Chika does? I think Chika might be an HR personnel. I don't know the way she treated the topic. So Chika, are you there? Can we have you just 1 minute? What do you enjoy the meeting? Who exactly are you? Chika, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, please talk to us, speak to us. Chika, what? Are you married, single?
No.
Go ahead.
My name is Igba Chika. I'm a 200 level student of Nnamdi Azikiwe University.
Fantastic.
I'm 18 years old, a Nigerian, and I just recently heard of Toastmasters and went on Google to search about Toastmasters Club in Nigeria, and I saw Lighthouse Club and decided to join.
Wow. Chika, you're most graciously welcome into our midst. And since you're 18, you're an adult, and I beg to see you as a great lady and see you in the front of what Nigeria impact will look like. So Vanessa and Robert, I think you still don't want to speak for now, but if you can speak, we don't mind. And the next person
is... I'm here.
Okay, Vanessa, take it away.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. Just like the first speaker, first of all, my name is Vanessa Ian Roberts. I am married, I'm 40. I work with Akfire as a receptionist. And I heard about Toastmaster, a career development program I work for, because I told them I have a problem with communication. People don't usually understand what I say, or I don't know how to get it out the way it's in my heart. And so I get the wrong responses. So they told me about Toastmasters. I went online, Google it, know about it, and then I knew about Lighthouse. Of all the other ones I was in Lagos, I just picked Lighthouse because it's closer to me, and it's like, okay, I just let me go for Toastmasters. So I actually contacted, and I was told about today. So though I couldn't really pay attention to what was going on, so I have a lot to learn because it coincided with a church program. So I didn't know how to be able to divide myself. But all in all, I'm happy to be here, and I want to give it my time because I want to learn. So everything that is all about, I want to learn it. I want to be the best I can be. I want to be able to contribute to my society and every way. Thank you. Thank you.
Vanessa and Robert, thank you very much. We're glad to have you in our midst. And I can assure you, come November 6th, when we're going to have the next meeting, you're going to be part of the role player in terms of leadership by excellence. I'm putting that across to you to challenge you. And I just want to tell you that feedback is breakfast for champions. You can see our general evaluator giving us a constructive feedback, and that's how we deal, and we just want to be ourselves. That's why I'm just putting on normal t-shirts, be yourself, get to be corrected. And you could see our grammarian telling us, don't use gesture, use gesture. You know, when we get here and speak well and get corrected, I've been to a place, I give a wonderful speech, they were clapping. They don't know that it was born out of Toastmasters Club. Say, how do you do it? It's a magic. It's not a magic, girl. Please note that you're in the right place at the right time. So we look forward to see more of you. And we're going to post a Google form whereby you can put your details so that we can give you a broadcast of the meetings. Well, I'm seeing another guest. So I think TM Gimba, you can post the details of that Google form so that our guests can fill. Barry Pena Iyeka. Are you a guest or a Toastmaster? Barry Pena Iyeka. Do I pronounce the name? Iyena, please. Are you a guest or a Toastmaster?
I'm a guest.
Wow, we're having wonderful guests. Go ahead, give it away. Your name, what do you like to do, your hobby, and why you are here, and you enjoy it. Go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
If you don't
My
mind, do you
name
want to
is-
put on your video, or you still want to stay behind the scene for a while?
I actually do mind.
Okay, just go ahead.
Apologies. Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Barry Pena Yenakuna, or you could call me Barry for short. So this is actually the first time I'm joining this meeting. So a friend told me about it. But aside that, of course, you guys do have a reputation. So I've heard about Toastmasters. So I just thought to seize the opportunity and join. And I really had a nice time. I've learned a lot in just this 30, 40 minutes of participating. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Barry. Thank you very much. So there's a form for Chika, for Vanessa, for Barry to fill. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Abubakar. So do we still have any other guests in the house? Because guests are my priority. Mem Soma, do I pronounce it very well? Mesoma, are you a guest or a Toastmaster? Mesoma. Mesoma, you are muted earlier on. Please take it away. Mesoma. Okay, maybe Mesoma is a bit shy. Can anyone hear me, or it's my network?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Hello?
can hear you now. I can hear you now. We'd love to
Okay.
meet you. What do you
My
do?
name is Mesoma. I've actually been a silent member for some time. I'm a guest actually. So I am a businesswoman. I'm married with 6 kids. So I must say, from what I've gathered so far, I must have to say that I'm privileged to be here. I'm a shy kind of person, and I find it difficult to speak. And I have to take pride and clean pride as well. So I'm privileged to be here.
Okay, since this thing is virtual, can we see your video or you don't mind? You still don't want us to see your face for today?
Not for today.
Okay, not for today. But when you're coming next time, November 6th, we'd love to see your beautiful face. Please. And Barry, for short, Barry, you make our life easier. Vanessa, Soma, Chika, and who again before we go? Who again? You know, we're having a global guest. That's Krish. Thanks for coming. And we'd love to see more of you. So despite the time zone, at least 5 hours. So you should be like 6 p.m. in your place, right? Right now, am I right?
5:30, yes, correct.
5 p.m. So thank you very much. So that's the advantage of global thing, as in having a virtual meeting. So unity in diversity, and that's what's bringing us together, and is the concept of showing unity without uniformity. Showing unity without what? Uniformity, and diversity without fragmentation. And it is just to show that unity between group of individuals, despite we have different religions, cultures, individuals from different religions and life, and we're living in peace. So I say, with the peace of the Lord that surpasses all understanding, I want to wish you a wonderful weekend. And for those of us that will be watching football after this, the likes of TM Ayo, Chiji who belongs to the same club, will not say that club, not to market the club here. So for every other one, I wish you safe journey, where in case you're traveling, and look forward to see more of you in the next meeting. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye.
Mr. President, one more thing. I don't know if you've had a brief discussion with Toastmaster Krish. Have you spoken?
Concerning what, sir?
Okay, so we would like to run a joint meeting with Toastmaster Krish's club from Kolkata, India. So we would like to collaborate together and then just kind of share our meetings format so that we can harmonize and run a joint meeting, perhaps our next one or the next one.
Okay, that can be taken offline, then we'll discuss further.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, thank you very much.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Okay, I saw your question on the marks. Can you please fill the form, the Google form, so that we can get across to you? I'm reposting the Google form. Did you see the Google form?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so on the Google form, you fill your details and your email address, so that we can. Or do you have any other question aside from this, so that it doesn't?
No, it's just a phone number where I can ask questions in case concerning the Toastmaster program.
Yeah, on the Google form, you put your full name, your phone number, your email address. Then when do you plan to join? You see, is it next Toastmasters meeting? I'm undecided, or I want to join now. Then there's another question. We say, how did you hear about us? Which will be Instagram, Facebook, this and that. These are feedback to us. Then you can now say, please provide us feedback on the meeting. So those details are there.
Okay, thank you.
So the meeting is meant for 11 to 1 p.m. So, and we're just 2 minutes on the edge of extending the time. So thank you very much and have a good day.
Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you very much for having me.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, all. Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
Toastmaster Abubakar, that's been done.